This is AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. It's crazy to think only, 10 or 11 days ago I was interviewing you in person, Dean. So much has changed since then.
So much has changed.
How have you been? What have you been doing?
I've been going for walks, doing a little bit of runs, going to the park, doing a bit of sprints. Got to keep the mind and body active, man. You know, it's a mental battle as well, man. You know what I mean? When you're indoors all the time, it's tough, you know.
The fighters that you're currently managing, what have you been telling them and how have they been?
You know what? Some of the guys, some of the guys were literally training up until the last, you know, like the gym was literally, I think it was they closed the gyms from Friday, Saturday. So a lot of the guys are still training up until then. I'm trying to, you know, say to them, keep the right mentality and attitude and keep ticking over, you know, because this doesn't mean you mustn't train, you know, the strong survive, man. So this is it's probably vital time to keep your immune system high, kind of train. And just try and eat well as you can, because, you know, being at home, you're going to probably tend to eat more and, you know, kind of maybe blow up and put on weight and stuff. But the best thing is to try and control it as best as you can, man. It's even saying it for myself. That's why I started to get out there and start being a bit active, you know, because I was literally just you know, like eating and drinking and stuff. And the weight comes on, it takes a very long time to come on. Comes on very easily and quick.
We've seen a fair few images and videos online of people still going out into public places. Do you think that a compulsory lockdown needs to come in then?
You know what? People really need to take it seriously, you know, and trying to do it as best as possible. I know it's never happened in my lifetime, or, you know, a lot of people's lifetimes, you know. But I mean, if we want it to go away, we need to kind of be as smart as we can and listen, and just try and, you know, give it a couple of weeks that's needed, and hopefully, you know, they'll get everything under control and contain what's happening as best. But we've got to help ourselves also, you know. So people, you know, indoors trying to, you know, like obviously wash your hands, clean your hands. You could probably obviously steam hot water and stuff like that to kind of still steam your nasal passage and your bronchial passage and stuff like that, and just educate yourself on it in terms of what you need to take to build your immune system and stuff like that, you know. And it's not just about just staying in. There's loads of things you need to do, because in the end, I believe no one's safe from what it is, because a lot of people are getting, the likelihood is, if you ain't got it yet, you might potentially get it at some stage, but it's just how you deal with that and how your body can fight it, you know. So your body needs to be fit and strong enough and ready. So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, take my vitamin tablets, you know, drink a lot of hot water and lemon, teas and stuff, and do steaming and stuff, and do my exercises to make sure I'm fit and strong to fight if it does come, you know, my way and stuff. But it's just a weird one, actually, because the truth be told, I didn't take it very, very serious until, you know, when I actually went in the stores and I saw there was nothing on the sale. I know people were talking about it, a lot of people panic buying and stuff, and then I was like, oh, you know, it's getting serious. And then slowly by slowly, obviously, it started to kind of, you know, shut everything up. And then you actually understand that it's actually serious, and you see it happen across the world and stuff. And then, you know.
We know the situation in Spain at the moment is really bad, and your brother Dillian is in Portugal, which is obviously right next to Spain. How is Dillian? How much have you spoken to him?
Yeah, you know, he's in good spirits, man. I spoke to him a few times, actually. I think I spoke to him yesterday for a decent time. He's just training. He said it's not as bad as here. There's loads of food on the shelves. In Portugal, those boys, there's a few of them out there, and I guess, you know, they're in their own space. So I guess, you know, they seem to be fine. And you know, I'm sure he's got a good team of people who's kind of obviously checking on him and make sure he takes the right vitamin to keep his immune systems up and stuff. And he sent me, I think his strength and conditioner sent me something, and he sent me something what, family and friends should be doing. So what I was talking about earlier, about the vitamins, training, and what stuff to do to, like he seems to be good. He's training, as you can see on his Instagram. He's live, he's vibrant. The boys down there seem to be in good spirits. And obviously he's just got to crack on because, either way, we don't know what's happening for me, except as of yet. But he's got to prepare just like the fight is going ahead until told otherwise,
Yeah, I've got to ask about that because officially it is on. We can kind of speak off the record and say the likelihood of May 2nd is very slim at the moment, but just say it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Tibbs is over here, Dillian's in Portugal. Am I right in saying Mark's over here?
Yeah.
So
good intel, eh?
So how is that going to work? Who is he actually training with out there?
No, but obviously he's got Xavier, who is the second trainer. He does a lot of stuff with Xavier as well.
So what, Zav's in Portugal, yeah?
Yeah, Zav's over there. So, yeah, obviously anything more than that, I'm not sure, because I didn't really speak about that, but like I said, you got decent intel. I'm sure Mark will maybe go over there in the next couple of weeks, because there's still a little bit of time out. But like you said, the likelihood of it going ahead is very slim, because obviously people are unaware of what's going on. And then probably people who either bought tickets, if they are going to, but a lot of people are thinking about the safety of themselves and family at this critical moment. And probably are concerned at the same time, what's going on, and thinking, well, maybe we'll leave it to the last moment. And the likelihood is we're probably just going to be coming on to the tail end of things, so they might just think, we'll give it a further lockdown for another, because I think they said they're going to assess it, April the 3rd or somewhere around that time. And literally, that's probably a week away. And from listening to the news and stuff, they say we're not going to get to the critical part of this until around 3 weeks. So the likelihood is we're probably going to be in more deeper waters in 3 weeks. So they're probably going to continue the lockdown, even though Trump says, hey, he wants his country open for business by Easter. I don't know, Boris and him, their haircuts are not too dissimilar, so they might have the same mindset, So let's see.
We know Bob Arum's pushed that trilogy between Fury Wilder to October 3rd, I believe. So they're really delaying their stuff over in America. That's an interesting situation, though, because if that goes ahead on October 3rd, which is a very strong chance by October, everything's cleared up and that fight will happen then. Your brother is mandatory for that belt for the winner of Fury Wilder in Feb 2021. So that Joshua fight between the winner of Wilder Fury might not happen. We might go straight for a Fury Whyte fight, or even a Wilder Whyte fight, whoever wins that fight. So that's an interesting situation playing out.
Yeah, I think I spoke about this a little while ago, because obviously we don't know how the penny is going to drop at the minute. Like you said, obviously everything that was has to be reshuffled. Premier League, the Olympics, the trilogy. So potentially, if it is going to be set in stone and they say it is February 21, or they do say unifications take priority, they could potentially try and argue that position. I don't think December is enough time to say October, December, and then still do February, touch and go. Or they, I don't know, they could want to move deal situation back a few months, because they're saying, well, the whole chessboard's got to be reshuffled. You know what I mean? Which would be, again, unfair, and then that'll be more days added on to what's been a very, very long, gruesome, tiring expedition to try and get this opportunity to fight for this belt, But, who knows? Who knows exactly what's going to happen? But what I will say is it's better for Deontay Wilder that he's been given more time. Even though I still think he's going to get beat, but I just feel like he has got so much more to do to be a complete fighter. He was beaten once, got a draw. he was soundly beaten in the second fight. And then that fight being in July, I couldn't really see much change, and somewhat to a degree there could have been, but not much changing in his skill set for him to be able to beat the likes of, Tyson Fury in that time. So now it's giving him a lot more time. Depends if he wants to heed this time and take on people who are going to give him sound advice and who he will listen to, and maybe not just the people who are going to be saying yes sir, no sir, and letting him do as he's been doing in his, what was he had about 44 fights now, is it, or 43 was he had?
43, I believe.
Somewhere around there, I know something.
42, 43 mark, yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is a good opportunity for him to kind of get his knock down and try and learn the craft of boxing as it was. Not sure it's going to help him that much, but like you said, back to the rest of it. Like I said, it's just one of them. Point. If and when and what the outcome is. Because imagine the outcome being that Deontay Wilder wins. Let's just throw that out in the air. If the outcome he wins now, we go into a fourth fight potentially.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So what you look at is, I had some weird feeling from a little while back, because they got a draw, and then before that fight, I said, all right, well, I backed Hasbro to win, but maybe not in such a devastating fashion. Then I thought, all right, so imagine he wins, and then imagine in that first fight, if Deontay Wilder win, it's just a big merry-go-round of a pot of money which these boys are going to make, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in a full fight.
However, I believe there's nothing set though for a rematch for like a fourth fight. You know how in the previous fight, after the rematch, they said that the loser has the option to take a trilogy, which Wilder has obviously invoked. There is nothing that I've heard of in contracts saying there has to be a fourth fight, so the winner of that fight can just walk away.
And just do what they want, yeah. And then if it is Deontay Wilder, god damn, we have an issue.
To be fair, though, yeah, it's a valid point about these mandatories, though. That do they get prolonged because of this virus, or does Usyk, who's mandatory for Joshua, saying no, I'm going to have it on time, and there's Dillian saying no, I'm going to have it on time, as you said, and as you said, unification's undisputed fight might take priority, but they've been waiting so long, especially Dillian, that it's got to happen at some point. We've prolonged it for so long with Dillian anyways. And Alexander Usyk's going to say the same thing about the winner of Joshua Pulev. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one in terms of life, but for boxing as well, this whole virus has thrown so many other dynamics into it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Without the politics of it being a controversial situation in itself, in its entity, just the boxing scene, now we've thrown this virus into it, which is, put the world upside down on its head. Now we've added another dimension. So yeah, it's swings and roundabouts. And like when you look at it, there's so many things that could change, the elements of how it goes around, and we're seeing that now. So, and yet again, let's see what happens on October the 4th, the 5th. What would be the news on which direction potentially? Because you can't really know that until the day after, and so on and so on. In the weeks coming after the fight. But I got a good feeling. Obviously, these boys are after money. Some potentially considering legacy if their legacy is big enough already. So, but if the mandatories are forced, then they've got no choice. If you're talking about big paydays and legacy, potentially it's just unification, Saudi, big money, stadium, Wembley, Tottenham, that kind of thing. Which one, what do they go for? But that's why the sanctioning bodies are there to instill stuff and so on. But let's see.
Mind you, Dillian has to beat Alexander Povetkin, whether that's on May 2nd or whether it gets rescheduled. We can't overlook that as well.
Absolutely. You've got one tough old cookie, Russian cookie, they ain't got too much issues over there with this virus. You know, them and their buddies China, as Trump says, China. Chinese virus. Trump's mad. He's mad. It's a virus from China. He's not playing Trump, you know, Chelsea. That guy's something else. Yeah, so that guy, so they told them to shut their borders, Russia. So they've been shut from what, January or something like that? At the beginning of the year, I heard. And they don't seem to be any confirmed cases of any virus coming from there. So
they don't play around in Russia, to be honest.
No. They're not playing around. You hear so much mad shit, but Putin ain't playing around. You know, I like his attitude still. The man is doing hunting and bear chasing in some snow shit and all that, wrestling and doing one bag of thing. You heard that mad shit about he let out 500 lions and tigers to keep people off the street. I'm not sure that's actually true, but it's still interesting nevertheless, and I wouldn't put it past him. You know what I mean?
We probably need that here, to be honest.
No. We need these suckers off the street. But you know what? Saying that, I believe since the lockdown, the streets have looked a lot quieter also. People are adhering to it somewhat, but then you got some people who are in bloody park thinking it's a community centre, a social gathering, and chilling in the sunbathing and stuff. It's ridiculous. But then when you look at the shopping, when people go shopping, have you seen the gaps what they've got between people? They're really sticking to that people, you know, like the 2 metre gap or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They've got it. The queues are going on for just forever, you know. But listen, we've got to do what we've got to do to keep the people of the country safe and sound, you know, and make sure we don't have that situation what's in Spain, where loads of people are dying, with Italy, where thousands and thousands of people are, you know, have died sadly and so on. But obviously they've got an older population there in Italy, which I've been led to believe from just reading stuff. So, you know, London in itself is an outgoing community. It's going to be hard to really shut it down unless they do, you know, get these armies and stuff out there. And even then, you could end up getting into some real politicalness, because if you do something to someone and people don't like it, you know, London's been known to, you know, do stuff to back their city kind of thing, if you get my meaning. But let's hope we can all kind of get together and people can just adhere and listen. The quicker we do this, the quicker it's over and we can resume normal life, business, because loads of businesses are affected by this, which is going to be crazy. You know, the football and stuff. Even that, I'm going to be baffled. How is that even going to go? What are you going to do with the Premier League? Is that going to be going still in August and September? That's going to be mad.
I have no idea. There was something I saw online where they could play like all the rest of the fixtures within a week and a half or 2 weeks. I don't know how pragmatic that is, or whether they cancel the season. I actually have no idea, to be honest.
I'm not really a football fan. Hey, the guy, don't shoot me. I don't know. I know you don't waited a long time. It's nothing to do with me. I don't care about football, but you know what it is? I just felt like throwing it out there, you know, just to be devil's advocate, you know what I mean?
All right, Dean. Well, listen, best of luck in your quarantine, and all to all your fighters as well. With what's actually, before I let you go, Shakan. We know who's obviously going to box on Mick Hennessy's show. Have you spoken to Mick about what's going to happen in that show, whether it's going to happen this summer, etc.?
No. Shakan's other guy, John Pegg, was dealing with Mick. If he could get hold of him, to be brutally honest with you, I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to Shakan, but you know, I did kind of say to him before, potentially that it would be cancelled, to kind of brace yourself. I told it to his trainer, Soggy. So, you know, I think they was upset a little bit, but obviously, you know, like, you know, a lot of these boys, they put a lot of blood, sweat and tears. I think he went out to Dubai for training camp and stuff. He came back and obviously he was grafted, and he was looking forward to becoming, you know, British champion and stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. So at the minute, you know, everything's on a backwards pedal. But no, that Mick Hennessy, I haven't had a chance to speak to him. I am on the look for him. So if you're listening to this, Mick, you get in touch. I am looking for you.
Yeah, Mick, if you're listening to this, make sure you hit up Dean. Listen, Dean, good speaking to you, and I'm sure...
You too, stay safe, man. All you guys out there, make sure you boost your immune system, take your vitamin D, do a bit of exercising, and stay safe. Stay indoors.
Stay safe too, and hopefully do an interview with you on camera sooner rather than later.
Exactly. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Dean.
Take care.